Let's talk about how to draw a schematic diagram representing a circuit. All right, so as we were shown before, most of these pathways are going to have your battery. Here's the negative side, here's the positive side, and the light bulb. All right, so they're both going to be connected. There's going to be two wires connecting the battery to the light bulb, right? And remember, when you have this connected, this is called a closed circuit. So what ends up happening is that you're going to have those electrons move from that negative side, hit the bottom of that light bulb, and then flow from the light bulb back to the positive side. So how would we draw an actual schematic diagram of this? And the nice thing is that it's relatively simple. So the only thing that you guys really need to remember are a couple of different key items or items that are going to be represented like a map key. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to do your key right here. All right. So your key, this right here, is signifying the battery. And the battery is going to be represented by these two lines. So this line right here, the smaller line, that's going to be your positive end. And then the negative side is going to be the longer line, and that's going to be where your battery is going to connect to your light bulb. Well, the next one is the light bulb. Okay, and this is a little bit of a messy drawing of a light bulb. Okay, so this is the light bulb. And as long as you have both parts of that negative and positive flowing into the light bulb, then it will be a closed circuit. And last but not least, we represent an open and closed circuit by either having this symbol right here, which signifies an open circuit, and these two together like that, representing my closed circuit. And there are a few other things that we can add into this diagram, but here are the basic ones. So essentially, all you need to do to draw your diagram of this closed circuit is that first we're going to start out with drawing the battery. So we will have our big line and our little line. Remember, big line is their negative, small line is our positive. All right, we'll draw a square that connects to a light bulb. All right, and then we will draw that all the way down to our positive end. And then in order to show the direction that that current is flowing, you will just add little guidelines. Okay? So we'll see that those electrons are flowing from the negative end to the light bulb and then out from the light bulb to the positive side. So let's just say that we want to make this slightly more complicated. And we wanted to throw in that it is a open circuit. So all you need to do is you need to just add your open circuit. So we'll start with drawing our battery again. And then we'll add our open circuit. Our light bulb. and all the way back to the battery. So what's going to end up happening when we draw this circuit right here, we're going to have the current run all the way up to here, and then it's going to stop because this is an open circuit. Now, in order to correct that, all you gotta do is just signify that you have closed that circuit. So if you have an example or asked you to draw both an open and closed current, then you will need to draw two diagrams. One indicating that it is an open circuit, and then one indicating that it is a closed circuit. Therefore, you can see the flow. Now, if you wanted to get slightly more elaborate with your diagramming, and I'm going to erase some of these. Let's talk about a parallel circuit because we only drew these series circuits, which means that there's one pathway that our electrons are going to run through. So if we had a parallel circuit, that would represent that we have two different pathways that we can go in. And then this is what we had a picture of earlier. So we had, again, this battery, and then we had it connecting to one light bulb, but it also has another pathway where it can connect to this other light bulb. Okay? And then both of those paths are going to meet up at this point right here, and then all flow back down to, sorry, this side of the battery, not that side. Okay? So remember, you always need to have it going from the negative side to the positive side. So when you're drawing a parallel circuit, it's going to be similar to your other circuit, your series circuit, where we're going to have our negative, our big line, and then our small line. You're going to draw your first light bulb, and then you're going to have this little cutoff point, and then you'll draw your second light bulb, and then both of them are going to meet up at this point right here and go to the small side. Therefore, you're still having that current, but it will split between these two ways. And all of those electrons, everything will flow back to that positive end. So the nice thing about these circuit diagrams is that because we have specific symbols up here for each one, then no matter what country or wherever you are, people will understand if they're scientifically based what you mean by these two lines indicating a battery, and then this thing, although mine is not very pretty, is representing your light bulb, your open circuit, your closed circuit, and then diagrams can get slightly more complicated than that. So that is where I'm going to stop this part one of this lecture for teleschool. Please ask any questions if you have.